Now at 6, a new lawsuit has been filed against the city of Kansas City. This is in connection with that last December's deadly crash involving a KCFD pumper truck in Westport.
It could cost taxpayers millions of dollars, too. This comes one day after city council members approved nearly $2 million to try and resolve civil lawsuits related to the crash. You'll recall 3 people died, another person was injured, and a building partially collapsed when that fire truck and an SUV collided. KSHB 41 investigator Cameron Taylor got a copy of that court document and those documents that were filed today.
And Cameron, you found out that the driver of that fire truck was actually one of the people among those that are suing the city?
That's right, Brian and Caitlin. The driver, Dominic Biscari, is teaming up with the families of the 3 victims who died. They are seeking more than $32 million from the city. Court documents filed on Friday raised new claims about the weeks following the deadly Westport crash. Not long after the crash, the families of Michael Elwood, Jennifer San Nicolas, and Tammy Knight filed wrongful death lawsuits. They were against the city, fire department, and the driver of the pumper truck, Dominic Biscari. Knight's boyfriend, who was walking with her the night of the crash, and the owners of the damaged building also filed civil lawsuits. The new lawsuit claims Biscari had legal representation by the city, but in the weeks that followed, they, quote, withdrew as counsel for Biscari. The lawsuit alleges the city previously provided legal counsel to employees, including firefighters, and created a pattern in practice. In response, the local fire union filed a grievance against the city. They claimed failing to provide Biscari with an attorney violated the collective bargaining agreement between the city and the union.
It's not a very common argument. It's pretty unusual.
I took the claims to UMKC law professor Jeffrey Thomas.
So it looks like the argument they're making is that the city, by failing to provide a lawyer, is in breach and therefore has to pay the full consequences of that failure, which is the $32 million judgment.
The $32 million is the amount of an arbitration award to the Westport victims. The KSHB 41I team told you about a binding arbitration agreement between Biscari and the victims.
So in your view, if this were to go through, would taxpayers be on the hook then for that $32 million?
If they're successful in making the claim, it sounds like they're trying to get it from the city, and it would be taxpayers through city resources who would have to pay.
In court records, an arbitrator said Biscari was negligent and, quote, directly caused the Westport crash. The independent third party recommended the multi-million-dollar figure. It was confirmed by a Jackson County judge. The new lawsuit claims Biscari's lack of legal counsel directly caused him to suffer damages. It also alleges sovereign immunity, and any limitations on damages do not apply because of the breach of contract claims. Professor Thomas explained the concept of sovereign immunity.
So the whole doctrine is really meant to protect the fiscal resources of the government.
Authorize the city attorney to engage in the resolution of the following cases. On
Thursday, city council members approved a resolution trying to resolve 4 civil lawsuits. The price tag, $1.84 million. It's the same amount as the state's sovereign immunity limit of nearly $460,000. That's after it is multiplied by 4.
It signals to me that the city is trying to move forward and resolve these claims, and they're doing so in a way that is fiscally responsible.
And something we are trying to figure out is if there would be a potential impact to taxpayers, or if the money might come from somewhere else, like an insurance policy.
Cameron, a lot to unpack here. What about both sides involved? Have you heard from them, or are they saying anything about this?
Yeah, so those who have sued did not have a comment. And we also found out, I also contacted the city, and I'm waiting to see if they will give a statement. Now, in the past, they have told me they cannot comment on pending litigation.
All right, Cameron, we certainly appreciate you staying on top of